Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all very well. Today in this video, I'm gonna, as usual, like all my videos, I'm gonna go through Ubuntu latest Ubuntu 15.10 and I'm gonna show what I do right after installing Ubuntu. Basically, the first thing I would like to do, after I install Ubuntu, will change the desktop appearance to my preference. Maybe your preference may be different from my preference, but it's okay, but just to show you. So once you have installed your Ubuntu, you'll have this dark theme, which is good for many people, but somehow I can't take it too much dark. It's I have to concentrate more on the text of different interfaces because it's dark, I guess that's why. So basically I will go to the rightmost system settings of Ubuntu, and it's taking a while because I just created a new user for this video. It's just brand new user anyway. So I'll go to appearance, and as usual I will go to theme, and the default theme is ambience, which is the dark theme, and I'll go radiance, which is kind of not dark, so I like radiance. And about the wallpapers, all the wallpapers in Ubuntu are great. As you can see, they just fits right into your desktop, blends right into with your desktop, no matter. I guess Ubuntu people are very clever with the selection of different default wallpapers. It's nice, so I will keep this one for this video. The other thing I will change about the menu, appearance of the menu. Currently the menu of application is appearing at the topmost panel, which is kind of annoys me. Because I always have to go move my mouse cursor at the top no matter what. So if my application is here, I always have to go there to check out the different items in the menus. So what I will do, I will make menus to be confined within the application window. So I'll make it show the menus for window in the Windows title bar. So now the menu is appearing the Windows title bar. The other thing I will do, I will make this, I don't know what they call it, I call it application launcher maybe, because all the applications shortcuts are here. I would make it auto hide by selecting auto hide launcher, because I find it annoying and distracting when number one reason I find it annoying and distracting because it's always there and distracting my concentration on the work I'm trying to concentrate. The other thing is also hiding that launcher is also saving space, because I have a small screen. I cannot have some space, keep some, like waste some space just for the launcher. I don't need it always there. I just need it as when I need it. So I make the reveal sensitivity, which is like how much you have to push your mouse cursor on the edge to make it pop up. So I'll make it like high, so I just don't have to do much work, just reveal. That's what I do. The other thing I do, enable workspaces, because different desktops, because this will make me organize my work into different desktops, which is kind of cool. Now I'll make let's show desktop icon to the launcher, which is also great, because you want to show, sometimes you want to hide all the windows because you want to see the desktop and get something from the desktop like folders and files. So by default, when you install Ubuntu, there are still many packages are missing for running different file formats, for example multimedia files, opening different files, for example compressed files, archive files, and many other things, so on. The list is unlimited, but we have to limit ourselves, like what we need for our desktop, like what we need, how many extra additional things we need to install in Ubuntu. Just after you install Ubuntu, there is still many packages are not installed by default, so you have to install them. Also there are things like permissions for accessing different devices. These are done by you put your user into different groups. These groups will let you access to different devices. For example, there are in Linux or Ubuntu, there are groups for accessing video card, groups for directly accessing your sound card, groups for directly accessing your different devices. And if you make your user into a part of that group, then you will be able to directly access this. So this is essential, because if you have an application which is trying to directly access the sound card, and the application cannot do it unless the user is the part of that group. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there are different things you have to do right after you install Ubuntu, and all these things you have to do it by going to different applications and selecting different packages, different things, different options. But fortunately, since I keep doing it all the time after installing the latest Ubuntu, I prepared a package which will do all these things for you by just running the scripts, different scripts. So right after you install your Ubuntu, you just run this package, and that's it. All will be set up for you, and you will have an experience like Windows or Mac, even better on your Ubuntu desktops. Excuse me. So just go to Google, or I don't know what's the name of my blog theme, because this is where I listed the package which will do all these things set up for you. So you have to go to onthemeblogspot.com.au, and you have to go on theme downloads, and you'll search for Ubuntu configuration kit, which is kind of fancy name I've given for this package. So I'm using Ubuntu 15.10. I will click on this link just to let you know, I have already run this script on different user on this system, so it will not necessarily take any much time like it would take for the first time, because I already run the script or package. So it will be like quick now, because it will skip all the things that's already there. So for you, if you are doing it for the first time, it will take a while. So it's downloaded in the download folder, I guess. So just go to the folder where it says downloaded, then right click on the folder file, extract here, and you will go inside and you can read the readme file if you like, just the general description of the package, what it does, so you can check out what are the files packages will be installed onto your system. These are the packages, extra packages. Basically it will automate all the things you have to do from the command line or different applications. This package basically will install, like I said, mentioned before, it will set up put your user into different groups. You can check out the groups in this file. Audio groups, put your user into audio groups, Bluetooth groups, CD-ROM, disk, scanner, video, voice. These are pulse. Samba share is for if you want to share with Windows. A scanner, chain is for a scanner. So different things, users. Also, the beauty of this package, it will also install some old packages which are required for running different old applications or games. Not all of them, but you will be able to run some of the old applications, very old. I have tried with some old games like Doom or something like that. So to execute the you just have to double click. The other annoying thing after installing Ubuntu is the default mode of opening a file. Usually when you have a script file like this, run with extension .sh, which is a script file, and we can check it is an executable file. That means you run the commands inside the script, not open the script and see what are the commands. So when you now, by default, the default mode of Ubuntu is opening the script, not running the script. That's the annoying thing of the default Ubuntu setup. So you have to change that mode behavior. So you have to, after you install Ubuntu, maybe the second thing you do after changing all your desktop look-like preferences, you'll go to the edit menu of the file manager and preference, and you'll go behavior, and you'll see here execute the executable text file. Executable text files are the script files. Currently the file manager will view the executable text files. They'll view the content inside the executable text and not execute the different commands inside the file. So I'll select ask each time. Sometimes I want to see what's inside the file, the commands. Sometimes I want to run the commands inside the file. So I'll put ask each time, select. That's it. And now double click and I'll select run. You could select display to see the content, so you can run in the terminal, but it's not essential always. You just select run. Now this script will consecutively run all the different scripts to make your life easier on Ubuntu. I mean, it's great. So you just enter. It will ask for a password, and I'll give the password. Okay, I put the wrong password. Sorry. Let's say it will do its job. In the background, I put it in the minimize. The other thing you could do after setup of Ubuntu, there are two types of users in Ubuntu or Linux in general. One is the absolute administrator, which is called root user. Root user, you never need this root user, but sometimes you need to have access to this. You need to log into this root user, because with this root user you would be able to do everything. Delete any file from the system, you could destroy your system, you could do everything, change everything in your system. So by default, Ubuntu does not, what I found, set any password for this root user. You can change the first thing you do, set a password for this root user. That's what. So open a terminal. It's easy because the root user is hidden from the system users, from the system settings, user settings. If you go user accounts of the system settings, you will see there is no root user in here. So you have to do it from command line, because the name of this absolute administrator user is root. So you have to do sudo. Sudo is for running any system commands by a normal or administrative user. No. So I'll do pass wd, which is for changing password of any user, and you put the name of the user root. It will ask for your password. Put then enter new Unix password. This is for the root user. This is not your. This password will be used for root user. So let's set some password for it. It will not show anything because for security reason. Just enter, retype, and that's it. Now you will be able to log in to this root user from the any terminal and change your system when for emergency purposes, or like you want to delete some users, because you can have multiple users, or install some, change some very core settings or something. Essentially, virtually you could do everything with this user. You don't never need that root user, but it's good to have. The other annoying thing I find, all my disk partitions will be showing up in this launcher. I don't like it, so I'll just unlock from the launcher. Blotting my launcher with all the different partitions, disk partitions that I don't need to access from here. I can go to file manager and I still access them. Just a little bit organizing. Then I don't need to have this Amazon Ubuntu. I can access it from the, I don't need system settings here, because I can go here again, get the system settings. Some things are the default settings of the Ubuntu. Some of the settings are stupid, honestly, like the file manager executing opening up of script file. So log, don't need it. So it's being set up. asking for software update. I just cancel. The new thing in Ubuntu 15.10 comparing to the previous version, there's a little change in the scroll bar, application scroll bar. Like you can see now, it's like a proper scroll bar. Then Ubuntu's unique scroll bar. I think this scroll bar is pretty good and productive, efficient, because you have got now longer bar and you can select the bar from anywhere, and also not anywhere, I mean more easily. By default is kind of hidden, so it's not distracting you. So this the new scroll bar, new feature in Ubuntu 15.10. The other new feature is now you would be able to drag and drop items from this dash to your desktop, I guess. That's it. So this is also useful. I don't know if I can put it here. Yep. So I can even put back something from here to the launcher. Wow. So there are some bugs in like not necessarily with this version, it was always there with Ubuntu. Like when you open a file manager and you suppose I minimized it and I click again, sometimes it will open a new file manager instead of restoring the one I already minimized. So I cannot reproduce now for some reason that. So as usual, after you install Ubuntu, you'd like to change some settings from the desktop. For example, brightness and lock, I keep it as it is. Obviously you have to do some language support. If you would like to see different language, go language support and install some extra packages. It will notify you with a pop-up window saying incomplete language support, you have to install additional packages or something like this, blah blah. You could add online accounts, security and privacy. Here I'll do something. Whatever you opening up from the dash or your recent files, like you see here, you can clear these things up, clear usage data from all time. That's good, all gone. The other thing I don't like, include online search results. I don't want anything to see from online or internet into my dash. It's confusing. I could easily just go to Google using a browser, web browser. That's less distracting for me. So I just put this in off. Yeah. So other thing to not much here. You can go details. It's Ubuntu 15.10. With this Ubuntu, all the applications are updated. Desktop applications such as calculator and many other things. Picture viewer, like why showing something from more installed 101. Now the calculator shows the history of the calculation. For example, 555. Okay, enter. Now you can see all your history there. I think this is a nice edition because you can select from the history, which is also cool. So the calculator got better in Ubuntu 15.10. The other thing, maybe, I don't know. So once you are sure you have internet connection, you could go additional drivers and install any missing drivers. Is suggesting this application suggesting. So that's also useful. There are essentially many things you could do, but yeah. The video application is also updated. The text editor, not much, nothing new. Nothing significantly new in text editor, but the videos, the media player for video got updated. Not by huge amount, but a little bit. You'll see when you open any movie or something. So the thing here, I do in the system settings, I would go to the time and date, and the clock, I'll set it to 12 hours. I don't like 24 hours mode. Include week numbers, time, and weekday and date. No, I cannot show everything. Weekday, date and month. This better. Now I would go user accounts and show my login name into the menu. Looks better. I would go sound and sound effects. The default is good, all good. Then the other thing I would change, okay, in the software and updates, I think it will be already set up by the all done, the scripts. So basically, once you installed this, you are done, mostly done. All the different packages are all installed. Now we can delete it. The other thing, if you are using Intel graphics, you have to install OpenGL texture compression library to get all the games working. All the games will still work with Ubuntu, but because Ubuntu by default installed a version of OpenGL texture compression which is not kind of fully featured. Why you need OpenGL texture compression? Firstly, OpenGL texture you need it for running different games properly, mostly proprietary games, so you have to install it. So I already installed it, but just to show you, I'm gonna download OpenGL texture compression. I prepared this package from the source. Basically, you have to compile this. It's available in the repository Git, so it's in the download folder. So you have to extract and readme if you'd like. I have to run setup file. See, you have 32-bit version of the library, which will be installed into the system folder, libraries folder, 64-bit. If you are wondering which folders are system folders for libraries, you can go computer, which is kind of the root location. You could go user, and you could go lib. This is where all the system library files are located. Here 64-bit version of the library files are into this folder. So these files will be copied into this folder. By the way, on Ubuntu Linux, the library files are named with .so and followed by a version. On Linux, on Windows, it's .dll. 32-bit version of the libraries are installed in this folder, are located into this folder. So files in this folder will be copied there. So basically that's what it will do. We'll just run the setup, run, and give the password. All good. That's it. Then you will be able to find the files here, those files here. That's it. Now you have a complete Ubuntu desktop. What I mean by complete, you'll be able to open different MP3 files, media files, MPEG, whatever, different compression file. You have a basic set of applications already installed. Finally, I would like to say Ubuntu is great desktop operating system comparing to Windows and Mac. In some terms, it's even better. For example, user friendliness, speed, performance. But in other terms, it's not that great. For example, application support. Maybe not all your favorite applications are not available in Ubuntu. Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Office, things like that, and many games. But you have all basic and also many useful applications. You'd be able to do everything with Ubuntu you would usually do with Windows or Mac, even better and conveniently and productively. And I think that's it. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching this video and have a good day. Bye.